Hi there, I wanted to show you by the example of F.I.S.T how I mod the games, especially third-person games, to show up in third person. So here we got this title that is free right now on Epic called F.I.S.T, and it's a side-scroller brawler. I will load into the game. I'll take a new slot here. And I've got my UEVR window ready here on the side. This we skip. Yeah, come on.
Happy birthday, Ray!
And
wanna have a drink
further.
together? Here you go! 2 bowls.
Eat it while it's hot. Curfew is approaching and I should start packing up.
Some other day.
Have it.
Oh, here. It's a...
Let's go through the dialogue very fast.
I was finally able to fix your fist.
Stop messing around with it. It's just a piece.
And go. And more.
What's going on?
Cutscenes.
Urso's been around. This was Urso.
This.
Alright, we will do this from the start.
Do you really want to take this risk?
Come on.
You know that Urso is the only friend I have left in Torch City.
Huh?
This is for you. Urso left it.
Alright, here we are in the game, and as you can see, this is a side-scroller. Yeah, thanks for the notification. But just as with Little Nightmares, I tried to mod that into a first-person game. Here we got the game in UEVR. I inject, and we see what happens. Alright, we can see it. It's obviously an Unreal Engine title, and I can see the level even a bit further, and behind me is just a black wall, which is convenient, because as for Little Nightmares, you had something like a blue void, and this is less disturbing here. Okay, and the controller.
This is Old
fine.
Town. Torch Tower is to the northeast.
Let's check. I get some glitches on the right eye, so this is sign for me to switch the rendering method from native to synchronized. And I checked it before, the frame rate loss is not too much, so I guess it's fine. Now we got the ghosting going on around the character. We can see it here. We zoom in. We go with the camera by opening the mod menu, holding down right trigger and using the sticks to move around the camera. And here you can clearly see there's a lot of ghosting around the character. So we will use the ghosting fix here in the Unreal tab. And it's fine. Okay. I switched on the advanced options to see the CVars and to improve the image a bit. What options we have here? Anti-alias. I think this is fine because everything is like very nervous when the anti-alias is not at the highest point. Depth of field quality, I always switch down, doesn't matter if it does something. Oftentimes the depth of field is deactivated like so. Here we have no change, but anyways I take it down all the way. Also the light culling I don't like so much, and it doesn't do a difference either, but anyway I switch it down. Who knows what will go on later in the game. So light culling is like blobs of light. Sometimes that can be disturbing in VR, so I just switched them off. Also it takes a bit away a bit of the contrast, so yes. And what's cool in this game, actually you can see the temporal AA algorithm and upsampling options in work here. So if you switch them on, there's actually quite a difference. You can see it on the floor. I don't know if you can see it, but I see it clearly. The floor is a tiny bit more detailed. And also with the upsampling, if you check the tiles on the floor, the stones, they will get a bit more depth. See? On, off, on, off. Ah, here we can see it very well. I will move the camera again. It was over here. I'll go down. Let's see if it's so apparent now. Yes. So I leave this on. It just adds some detail, which is great. And every time I move the camera, I go to camera, load camera 0. Everything is on 0 again. So I'm here out in the void again. So the next thing is also for the CVars. Let's move this a bit. Color min I use for contrast, but I think the contrast here is more or less fine. Well, could use some more contrast. If you go down just a tiny bit, this is up, and like minus 0.007. It's already too much. Let's pick 6. That's fine. Minus 0.006. Normally between minus 3 and minus 6 is a good result. What else? And the sharpen method. If you have temporal anti-alias on, everything is a bit more blurry, so we use the tone mapper sharpen option. And best results normally are between, it depends on the game. Sometimes you cannot go so high, but I prefer most times between 3 and 4. So 3 looks fine here. You shove it up until you get like disturbing edges and bright edges. Yeah, it should just be like a smooth image. I think 3 was fine. Let's stay with that. Okay, that's that for the image. And of course we want to make a first person modification here. Since this is a third person game, we check the main tab, the common objects, the acknowledged pawn, and attach the camera just to test the acknowledged pawn to the player. And we're here. Just hover a bit above the character, and we can see that the character is moving, but our camera doesn't. I will jump. Yeah, I'll jump up and down. Okay. Oh, this is a big fist. Okay. Okay. This is fine for now, but for the immersion, I want actually to move with the movements of the character. So the camera is really stable right now, and maybe we find an object that we can hang on to that mimics the movements of the character. You see, he has an idle animation, and I want a bit more movement. And I found a a model that replicates the movements, and this is the armor. Here, skeletal component armor mesh. I switch it on and off to see where we are, and you can see this is the shoulder pieces of the rabbit. First I attach the camera, and you can see there's quite a bit more movement. The idle animation takes place also with the camera. So we found our model where to attach the camera. I save. I switch off the visibility. I save the visibility. And I move the camera down so we're on the height of the head. We want to see it from the rear perspective of the rabbit. A bit further up doesn't hurt. Okay, we see now the face from the inside. That's good. So the camera is set on the right height. And let's switch off all the other models that we have here, the character, this big fist and everything. And luckily with this game we have everything already here. You can find the skeletal meshes easily. So we have the arm mesh. We switch that off and it's gone. Save the visibility state. And we have the character mesh 0, which is the player model in almost all of the games, the Unreal Engine titles. And we switch that off. And there we go. We save the visibility state. Now we put the camera. We have some movement in the camera as the shoulder parts move, which is nice and a bit more immersive. Otherwise you just take the acknowledge pawn if this is too much movement for you. Alright, but as you know, this is a side scroller. I can only go left and right with the joystick, and here comes the little trick. We go to input and say movement orientation with the head. And this does the trick when you turn around and you go forward, press the left joystick up, it will take the direction. This is awesome. You move back, you turn around again. So it doesn't go sideways. So if I move here and press the joystick up, nothing happens. Also in the transition, when I go from the back to the front, it will stop a bit when I'm facing this direction, but that's fine so far. Alright, I think we made it. Let's see what happens with the fist. Oh, looks good. Okay. Something else we need to do. I think we got everything right now. And obviously we will do it on the fly when problems appear or when I have another idea. So only the movement orientation in the input is fine to make a first-person game from a side-scroller. This is really cool. And I can jump. And there's my first enemy.
You dare wander about during curfew, buddy? Get him!
For instructions,
Out of my way.
I have to look at the wall here. All the UI is here, also my health and everything. But this is no problem. I don't need the UI to go with my view. Or do I? Let's see. The UI is there. Where was this following option? UI follows the view. Not sure anymore. Wasn't there? follows view, yeah, but this is for the overlay. Well, doesn't matter. If you want to see your health status, just turn around by 45 degrees. Ah, you can see the rabbit moving a bit more naturally, the camera. Let's see where it goes. Alright, 2 more enemies. This one's shooting. Alright. This is a brawler, and to play it with first person can be a bit disturbing, yes. I see that I'm a bit off from the middle line. We will just play a bit. More enemies. Alright, they drop some money. And you can buy perks and upgrades for that. You see, I'm more on the left side of the door frame than in the middle. But it's not so bad. Okay. Here we have a healing item. And the nice thing is that it only goes left, right, this side scroller. It never goes into the third dimension, like Little Nightmares, when you can explore even the room in depth. But this only goes left and right.
Why? Why do we have to guard this broken transformer? And why aren't we allowed to reach? They say some dumbass.
Ah, okay, there's the dialogue. Alright. Something we have to do here.
Transformers. What did
her
Urso get up to?
And see, this is something you don't see when you see from the void. Your character actually goes inside of this upgrading chamber. And now I can jump on the walls, which is cool. Let's see where we go.
Missing map data. Looks like the tracking function is still offline. Right into Urso. Right into Urso.
Yeah.
I need to get to Tor.
I think I will reset the contrast again, because this is just a bit too heavy. Let's see. I can hit the 0. Yeah, there we go. What? A drone? Ouch. All right. Yeah. So on my chair I have to turn around very quickly here. So 180 degrees. Would be cool to have a button to just switch the direction. But anyways, with a chair. Ouch. Ouch. Can't I just dash or something? Ah. What? This thing killed me. Okay, let's see how... Oh, shit. I think my computer just went off. But you got the idea. It does that all the time. Okay, see you later.